You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. 2023 is here. It is upon us in major fashion. I'm not gonna lie, if you made it to 2023 and you're feeling good, you're looking good, smelling good, give yourselves a round of motherfucking applause. We do not take that lightly around here because there are many of us, unfortunately, who are not here. And it is a sad situation. So if you are here and you made it to 2023, let's not waste any time. It is January 2nd, 2023. Let's not waste any days this year. Let's get to what we got to get to. Let's get to the bag. Let's get to the family. Let's get to the goals and ambitious aspirations that you have set. And let's make your dreams into a reality. With that being said, I am here. And we are going to talk about a variety of things today. But first things first, check out my socials. Follow me. And this will be changing this week. Follow me. RJD699 on Twitter. RJD199 on Snapchat. But most importantly,
You stupid.
we still messing up, but it's all good. Follow What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor with some more coming soon. Let us not waste any more time. Let's go! Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day, a good morning. It is 2023. Let us not forget. It is the 2nd of January. So if you have wasted a day already, you're effing up.
You stupid.
We don't waste any days this year. None. Zero. Zilch. We waste no days this year. Every day we're going to get something done. We're going to make something happen. We're going to do something. We're going to check something. All right? That is the motto this year. We waste no days. So, as always, hit the goddamn like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. What the Wrestling. Let's keep it sexy. HBO, help a brother out. And hit that like button. Listen, we had a decent year last year. We had a decent year for the podcast. Towards the end of the year, we had a lot more. We had more views. The shorts helped out. We had some good shorts last year. We had some good stuff. You know, I wouldn't say we crawling, but we took a couple of steps in the right direction. And progress is always a beautiful thing. So progress is a beautiful thing. I'm not going to be mad at progress whatsoever. We had some good progress last year on this channel. If you watch my gaming channel, we had we were like Sasha Banks last year. We started and stopped and started and stopped. So the game at the RJDTV channel had some good growth in the beginning of the year, stopped in the middle of the year. Good growth, third quarter of the year, stopped in the fourth quarter of the year. Yeah, we were Sasha Banks last year. But this year, we don't waste days. No days off. We ain't wasting days. That's what we're doing. You know I'm the man with the plan. I got the sound bites. It's all good. It's all love. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here today. What the Wrestling. We got a bunch of wrestling news. We got some news on Punk. We got some news on Jericho. RIP to Don West. AJ Styles. We got news on him. Let's start off real quick with Mercedes Varnado. She is a free agent, everybody. So, Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes Varnado, real name, is a free agent. I'm sure everybody's happy about that. If reports are to be believed, she negotiated a deal to leave WWE, but they told her they did not want her wrestling for anyone else or taking any wrestling-related bookings, and at the end of the year, she'd be free to do whatever the hell she wants, starting 2023. Listen, a lot of people like Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is, and I wouldn't even want to say an exceptional talent. She can do whatever she wants to do. I mean, but I heard Triple H say this. Triple H said, listen, it all depends on what Sasha Banks wants to do. If she wants to wrestle, she'll wrestle. If she wants to act, she'll act. If she wants to model, she'll model. If she wants to do this, she'll do this. Whatever she wants to do, she can do. And that, that point has been proven time and time again. Mandalorian killed it. If she does other movies, she's going to kill it. And the thing that I like about wrestlers turned actors is they normally get their shit down quick, because when you're doing live TV, there ain't no do-overs. Ain't no do-overs, son. Nope. There ain't no do-overs. You got to get that shit right on the first take, or else you looking real stupid. So I hear this about a lot of the people that are wrestlers turned actors. They get it. Like, they don't really got to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 takes, 20 takes. They get it. They pick it up relatively quickly. So my hope is that Sasha Banks does what she does. There are rumors that she is going to be at Wrestle Kingdom, which is in what, two days, I think, right? The 4th? I think Wrestle Kingdom is the 4th. So she will be at Wrestle Kingdom to confront Kairi Sane. Yes, please. Perfect. So potentially setting up a match. That's word on the street, and I hope the word is true, because Sasha Banks and Kairi Sane take my money. Why are people calling me when I'm live? I hate that. So sorry. You stupid. But there's a lot going on. A lot is going to happen in regards to Sasha Banks. Here at What the Wrestling, we wish her nothing but the best. I look forward to see what she is going to do this year. I swear, I think this year, if she chooses to continue to wrestle and kill it, Lord have mercy, she's going to have an amazing year. She is going to have an amazing year. Actually, let me write this down before I forget. She's going to have an amazing year this year. And from one person who had an amazing year to another, let's talk about Mandy Rose, everybody. Holy hell. Mandy Rose made $1 million in 1 month in December. We gotta hit her with it. We got to. Listen, I might have to let the whole song play. Wait, let's play that again. Mandy Rose was let go. First, she dropped the title to Roxanne Perez on NXT. She was let go the next day. There were rumors circulating about how she was let go. Some people say she knew. Some people say she was blindsided. Okay, cool. I put out a short on my channel. Go check it out. I was saying, listen, she made 500 bands. She made 500 bands in like 6-7 days, and she was well on her way to $1 million. And now she has made $1 million in the month of December because of all the news and the traction and everybody talking about it, and on her fan time page. And now she is a bona fide made $1 million. Listen, Mandy, if you're listening to this, taxes will get you, Mandy. I hope you got a good tax guy, all right? Taxes will get you, okay? Don't mess the taxes up, girl. Pay them damn taxes, all right? Mandy, whole new tax bracket. Shout out to her, man. Listen, I ain't mad at it, man. Whenever somebody out here getting their money, go get your money, all right? Wrestling will be there. You do not have all the time in the world to get money off of fan time. You do not have all the money you do not have all the time in the world, to get money off of fan time, to capitalize on your beauty and your looks, because looks fade as we all get old. You don't have as much time to strike while the iron is hot in regards to your fame right now, because everybody was talking about you because of the way you got let go and fired. So now is the time to strike with that. If you do it, and maybe you make $1 million, 800,000, 400,000, 400,000, and it starts to decline, then maybe you could take a step back from that and go back into wrestling if you want. Or you could keep trying to build, and maybe you make $2 million this year. Or maybe you make $2 million in 2 months. Like you shit, you made $1 million in 1 month. Why not $2 million in 1 month? So I ain't mad at it. Go get your money. Go get your money. And it's for anybody. Listen, if you have an opportunity and you don't have to like sell your soul or anything like that, we don't need no crazy ass stuff going on. We don't need none of that. But if you could go out there and you can capitalize on an opportunity, then you go capitalize on the opportunity if it sits well with you, if you can do it, and you go knock that shit out and go get your bread. I'm not gonna ever be mad at anybody for making their money. I'm not. Sorry, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy to get mad and say, oh, you gonna go make money this way, that way, and the third. Listen, I am not the police. I am not the body police. If Mandy wants to go make her money whatever way she wants to go do it, more power to her. I just realized I got a whole bed sheet behind me. Where did that bed sheet come? I don't remember putting that there. Wait, what? Where did that bed sheet come? Where did this come from? I don't remember putting that here. I thought I put that on the other door. Oh, well. It's already here. Listen, 2023, we all make mistakes.
You stupid.
It's a part of the show now. I don't care. But go make your money, Mandy. Shout out to her. More power to her. Shout out to her and everybody else making money online. Do what you got to do. Get that bread. As long as you can live with the good, the bad, and the ugly of the way you make your bread, go get that money. AJ Styles, everybody. AJ Styles is hurt. So, WWE superstar AJ Styles confirmed Saturday that he has suffered a broken ankle. Yikes. During a match and a live event on Thursday night, Styles said on Twitter that the injury won't require surgery. That's good. But it will cause him to miss more than any other time in his career. And he said, the phenomenal one on Twitter, Just want you guys to know that I am okay. Broken ankle is what I'm dealing with. No surgery. This just takes some time to recover. This will be the longest I've ever been out of the ring. Thanks for the prayers and get well wishes. And that was it. He put that on December 31st, 2 days ago. So listen, AJ Styles, it sucks that he's hurt, but you know what? He's all right. The fact that it doesn't require surgery, I should hit the Don DeMarco for that because, listen, I'm pretty sure I've had a broken bone or two that just wasn't diagnosed, a fracture or something. But I've had a very badly sprained ankle. I've never had a broken ankle. The fact that they don't got to go in and do anything to it, I'm assuming maybe it's just a crack. Maybe it's a clean crack in his bone and just time will heal it. That's what I'm assuming. I've had some pretty bad ankle sprains, pretty bad dislocated fingers. Pretty sure I've had a fracture or two in my life when I was younger. But when you're young, you just bounce back off of shit. Like it's just what happens. But this sucks. AJ Styles is, I believe, in his 40s, and this is going to be the longest he's been out. Probably could rule him out of WrestleMania, which sucks. Not good. You know, we don't like that. We don't like that. But the brother is going to have time to sit down and heal, and hopefully he comes back better than ever. I said the same thing about Kenny Omega. When Kenny Omega came back and then the crap happened, that brawl out, and then he had to take another couple of months off. He's wrestling now. He's looking, A1. He's looking like he's got the extra spring in his step right now. And the funny thing is, when you take off time, right, and then you come back, especially if you're like Kenny Omega, AJ, and you're just going year after year after year after year. Maybe you take a week or two off here, but you're wrestling through injuries, you're wrestling hurt. Pretty much every wrestler is wrestling hurt, but not everybody wrestles injured, but a lot of, like 99% of guys wrestle hurt. You're always hurting. You're kind of getting numb to it. And the fact that when he came back, like when I'm watching the best of 7 series between the Elite and the Death Triangle, Kenny Omega, even the Matt and Nick, those guys too, they look like they got spring, especially those first couple of matches. They looking like they just got pep in their step. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that these guys were able to come back, that they had time off, especially Kenny, who was beat to holy hell when he dropped the title. He was beat to holy hell. And I listened to an interview, and he was like, I got this. This will never be 100%, but it might get to 80%, which is pretty good. Like, that's just something I got to deal with. And I'm just like, God damn, man. So shout out to all of those guys. Shout out to all the wrestlers wrestling hurt. More power to you guys. And get well soon, AJ Styles. We do have sad news. Don West, former TNA Impact broadcaster, has passed away at 59 years old. Here at What the Wrestling, we want to wish him and his family condolences. It sucks, man. We lost a lot of people last year, man. A lot of people in my personal life and in just entertainment. And a lot of people we lost. It's crazy because when you see these guys, you just like, if you see actors, entertainers, or singers, you just think they're going to live forever. You think they're going to live forever. You don't realize that these guys are humans too. Especially the younger, when I was young, you would just, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, you see people on TV, you just think they're going to live forever, man. And you realize people do not live forever. They are regular people. We all live. We all born. We all live. We all die. And it's something that is hard to deal with and hard to come to terms with. Most people, when they're faced with their own mortality, it's just like, wow. You realize, wow, these people are people too. But legendary wrestling broadcaster Don West has died following his battle with cancer. He was 59 years old. Impact Wrestling, where West's voice became synonymous with the promotion known at the time as Total Nonstop Action, TNA, for over a decade, announced West's death Friday afternoon. You can't think about TNA Impact without thinking of Don West. Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore said in a statement, Don and Mike Tenay provided the soundtrack to so many iconic moments in the company's history. There was no more cherished member of the TNA Impact family. Don was truly a one of a kind, brightened every room he walked into. He brought out the best in people and was an inspiration who crossed paths. Was an inspiration to all who crossed paths with him. Yikes. The Illinois native was diagnosed with brain lymphoma, a rare and highly aggressive I'm gonna butcher this, Hodgkin lymphoma cancer in 2021. West announced he was in remission September 2021. West's cancer, however, returned in January, which prompted the broadcaster to undergo chemotherapy and radiation. He updated wrestling fans throughout treatments, revealing the tumor doubled in size in May. God damn. That fucking sucks. So if you know anything about cancer, when people, I know quite a few people who have had cancer and have beat it, thank God, and let's 2 thumbs up for that. And when people have cancer, it goes into remission. When that mother effer comes back, it comes back with the vengeance of 1,000 Thors. It's funny, one of my OG I used to talk to, where I used to live, he told me, he said, because he beat it twice, which is crazy. And he was like, yo, when that mother effer comes back, it comes back with the fury of 1,000 Thors. And if it comes back, you're more likely, I don't know the stats on this, but this is what he told me. He's like, yo, you're more likely to lose your life when it comes back, because it just comes back highly aggressive. So, and 59 years old, man. I got family members 59, man. Like, so much more life to live. Like 60s, 70s. There are people still on TV, still doing it at a high level. People on the regular level in everyday life, still impacting people's lives. 50s, 60s, 70s. And so much wisdom lost. Family members. He had a family, probably had wife, kids, all of these people that he has impacted. You hear stories about Don West, and every story that I have heard from every podcast that has come out, the stories are this guy he was a dope dude, man. He was just the type of guy that he came into a room and he brightened up the room. If you met him, he put a smile on your face. He was that kind of guy. Very few guys around are like that, where as soon as you meet a guy, it's like, man, I like this guy. Don't know him very well yet, but I like this guy. And it just sucks. F cancer, man. It just sucks. So I would just like to say, rest in peace to Don West. May his condolences to his family. He impacted a lot of people, and his impact will never be forgotten throughout the wrestling industry. Everybody has nothing but positive things to say about him, and hopefully that brings a smile to his family's face whenever they hear about the positive things that he has done for many, many people. So, moving on from that terrible news to, let's talk about CM Punk. So, Dax Harwood was recently started his podcast, FTR with Dax Harwood, and he talked about how he wants CM Punk and the Elite to hash it out, recover, and let's all forgive, forget, and make some money. So let's talk about Mr. Dax the Axe. Dax Harwood recently said in his podcast, and I quote, "I can tell you what I hope, because I don't know. Everyone knows the legalities of the situation. No one is really expressing what is going to happen, what has happened, and what won't happen. I can tell you all I can be truthful about." What? I can only tell you what I know and what I perceive to know. I hope that he comes back. I feel that AEW should have the Young Bucks in their locker room. AEW should have Kenny Omega in the locker room. I know I know that I feel AEW should have CM Punk in the locker room. With those four entities, it makes our talent roster so much deeper and better. It's four guys who want to be the best, regardless of what any of us think. Personally, I know that we all want to be the best, and I know we all want the best for professional wrestling. It's given us a life that we could have never we would have never had otherwise. This is my plea to all four guys. Please find a way to make it work. If we can make it work, we can set up the future of professional wrestling for a long time, and we can change the course of professional wrestling for a very long time when you think about it. Unselfishly, we're doing this for 20, 30 years down the road so guys and girls can make a living. Shout out to Dax the Axe, man. I'll talk about this first. So, what I think, I think Dax Harwood is right. He was very diplomatic. I did hear this podcast. He was very diplomatic. Listen, the elite, they're EVPs. CM Punk is on the outs with a lot of powerful people in AEW. They ain't feeling him right now, and Dax is one of his good friends. And you know what? He played neutral. He's like, listen, I like this guy's my friend. I rock with Kenny and them. Let's figure this out and make some money. So in that aspect, I rock with that because he's right. If they can find a way to coexist and let everything come out and figure it all out, if they can find a way to do that, I think there is money to be made. But the problem is, just like when they say he's going to have to make serious amends, he's going to have to make some serious amends and apologize to a lot of people, mainly Tony Khan, for the way he embarrassed Tony Khan and the way he embarrassed the company at Brawl Out. But what I will say is, I see the other side too. And the other side is, listen, man, you embarrassed us. You did this in the locker room. You did that in the locker room. You shit is going crazy. I'm not with that. We don't want you back. Now, Dax also talked about how he went to the Pinnacle, and I'm paraphrasing here. He went to the Pinnacle. He sat everybody down. Max, Wardlow, Sean, Dax, and Cash. He sat everybody down, and he knew that they were all coffee connoisseurs. So he said, "Listen, I'm gonna give you all $500 gift cards to Starbucks because we know you guys love your coffee, and this is a thank you for allowing us to work with you, or for allowing me to work with you." And I think that's awesome. Down to Marco for him. And then he also said that there was, he might take some heat for this, but he brought the ladies of AEW, he brought all of them gift cards to Starbucks because he said that they were busting their ass trying to make the AEW women's division on TV just as good as WWE's. So, and they were all working hard to try and make that a reality. So as a thank you to them, he bought everybody gift cards. And I think that is also dope as hell. And he did it anonymously, so not to draw any attention to himself. So Punk did some good things behind the scenes. Like, if you listen to people now, you would think that Punk was just this asshole and he was just like, F everybody, respect my authority, and you're going to listen to me. And I think that's cap. I think there are guys who, I think just like anyone else, in your workplace where you go and you're 9 to 5 right now, there are people you like, there are people you don't like. That's just what it is. Like, and I think AEW locker room is no different. There are people that people like, there are people that people don't like. Such is life, such is human nature. You're not going to get along with everybody. But I don't think he was such a terror backstage that it's like everybody hated him. I don't buy that bullshit. I do think people are mad at what happened, but I don't think he was such an egregious negative figure that everyone just hated him backstage. But I do think he did rub some people the wrong way, and some people didn't like him, and some people did like him. I think that's normal in any backstage business environments where people have to interact. Sometimes people are gonna like you, sometimes they're not. But if you leave it up to Jericho, Jericho says, hell no, not happening.
Stop the cap.
So let's see what Jericho said. So, Dax said that, but there's also reports that people higher up don't want Punk back. So while reacting to Hardwood's comments and Punk's brief comment on Instagram, Punk did respond to this by saying, duh, under Dax's post. So apparently, we don't know if Punk said that or somebody representing him said that. We don't know. But apparently, he does want to work it out. So we'll see. While reacting to Hardwood's comments and Punk's brief comment on Instagram, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio newsletter noted that Chris Jericho was among the leaders in AEW that didn't want Punk to ever return to the company. Quote, several of the top guys, Chris Jericho being among them, told the rest of the locker room that they'd make sure Punk wasn't brought back. I think a lot depends on where business is in about 5 or 6 months when Punk viably could be back. If business is bad, the odds of Khan wanting him back are higher, especially with this being a contract year. If business is strong and they look to be getting a big increase in talks, the situation becomes very different.
Stop it. Get some help.
In theory, the longer he's out, the more the return means. Whether because of reality, why did they write this like this? Whether because of reality, a Punk and FTR, this situation puts FTR in the top non-world title program, if not the top program period, versus the elite match becomes a hot program is something we don't know because this fan base has never had that style of program. But on paper, one would think it's big, like Edge versus Matt Hardy thing years ago in WWE. That's where they turned the real life heat with Matt Hardy, Edge, and Lita into a storyline, and shit got heated. So Chris Jericho's among the people that's like, yo, we're going to make sure he don't come back. But then again, Jericho doesn't run AEW. Tony Khan does. So if Tony Khan says we want him back, he coming back because TK signs the checks. So he owns the company. So it's going to be whatever he says goes, and they're going to sit down and like it. Now, as far as not wanting him back, I could understand that because Punk, like I said, Punk embarrassed the company. He embarrassed Tony Khan. But if business is down and they're in a contract year where they're going to be looking to get more money, I believe they got $47 million for their TV deal. They're definitely going to be looking to double that at least. They're probably going to shoot for 100, but Warner Media Discovery, I think that's what they are now. They are cutting costs left and right. They're canceling movies. They're cutting movies out. They're doing so much to cut costs off the balance sheet. I don't know if Tony's going to get a 100% increase. I don't know. I doubt it. But we'll see. Like AEW is going to have to get white hot for them to even command that, because the way they're cutting costs, that does not look good for them trying to increase above $47 million for TV deal money. So we'll see what happens. And WWE's in a contract year too, so we'll see where they are. But they've got Triple H at the helm, so I think they're going to be pretty good, pretty okay. But as for TK, man, you gotta figure this out. I think Dave Meltzer's right too. If business is bad and they can kind of take Punk, put him with FTR, put him against the Elite, because everybody knows what happened at Brawl Out. They could turn it into a real life story. It'll be white hot. It'll draw a lot of business. It'll draw a lot of eyeballs because people are going to want to know what's real, what's not. Are they going to blur the lines of reality and fiction? What's going to happen? I think they could make a shitload of money. I do. But if businesses are booming and they don't need CM Punk and they're already making a hell of a lot of headway and they're over $1 million every week on Dynamite and maybe Rampage's views props up a little bit. Do they really need CM Punk back? Is he going to be that much of a ratings draw to have? Because the only reason you would really bring him back is to feud him with the Elite, because that's where the money is. You would feud him with the Elite. That's where the bread is. So, man, this is a tough situation, bro. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do it, but we'll see. By June, mark my words, by June, wherever AEW is at by June, that will determine if Punk comes back or not. Because time heals all wounds. So if you don't see Punk, out of sight, out of mind, 6 more months go by, then they can start picking up talks. You know, the arm is going to start feeling a little better. Punk is going to be like, all right, about ready to come back, boss man. What's up? Where's business? TK is going to be looking at Punk a little bit differently. I wholeheartedly believe that. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's 2023, everybody, and we are here at What the Wrestling. I am looking forward to changing up the intro. I got my boy, Sasson de Goya, working on some things. Me and him, we're going to get together. We're going to work on this intro. We're going to have different things. We're going to have more social media for you to follow me on. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I can't wait. I'm excited. Thank you all for being here. We did good yesterday, but we ain't going to be crawling. We're not going to take steps this year. We're going to start walking and running this year. We're going to start jogging this year, all right? That's what we're going to do here at What the Wrestling. So, from me to you, thank you. Happy New Year, everybody. Check out my socials one more time. That is your What the Wrestling news brief. Be safe, everybody. No time wasted. You heard me? I am out. Peace.